The first question shall be answered by the candidates in the order shown. Burr, Belfort, and Broden. Question number 1. Describe your vision for Lions Bay regarding the balance between residential and commercial development.
Stand up or sit down.
Councillor Burr, address the podium. Thank you. 2 minutes.
I didn't get a chance to say this in my speech because of the ludicrous time limits. We need more revenue. I'm against wholesale tax increases. The only other way to raise revenue is to increase our tax base. Lions Bay's ethos is residential. It is currently large single-family dwellings, primarily. It has 2 commercial enterprises. The tax that produces is not enough. We need more. I am in favor of, not industrial development, unless it's a microbrewery, but I am in favor of new forms of housing, whether that's duplexes, fourplexes, or others. I don't believe that the study that has been done quite recently on aging in place and assisted living facilities was complete or necessarily neutral. That needs to be looked at again. I would like to see a way to keep people in the village as they age. I'd like to see a way to bring new residents in. I think the way to do that is to increase our housing stock and bring in light commercial art studios, turnkey offices. That microbrewery would be nice. Good enough.
Senator Belfort, describe your vision for Lions Bay regarding the balance between residential and commercial development, please.
I guess you'd have to define commercial development, but I'll take it at its face value. I don't think Lions Bay needs or can afford commercial development. I don't know what that means. Small little businesses working out of homes, a couple of office spaces down by the Lions Bay Cafe, perhaps. I don't know where you're going to put them, and I don't think it's necessary. Lions Bay's character is based on single-family residential dwellings with secondary suites. I don't see it as possible that you're going to raise a lot of revenue from a little space that may or may not be available for commercial development. So I don't think it's practical, and I think it's silly to talk about it.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator Belfort. Senator Broden.
Thank you so much. Great question. Maybe I'll start with the commercial and just say I don't have an opinion, but I really don't. Except maybe coming more close to Mr. Belfort. But I do have an opinion about the other. And that is, I reread this weekend our official community plan. And I reread this weekend our draft land use master plan. And what is really beautiful about those documents, and I know they've been frightening and scary, and the consultation process we must apologize for, but you know, they really say very similar things. That we need to move forward, and our OCP guides us, and I thought myself, as you did many times in the 297 pages of feedback, where did these numbers come from that the consultant came up with? And they come from almost the last few pages, the bottom column on page 14 or 15 of our OCP, the numbers. So he just pulled that up where it says we're going to be 200 houses bigger. Or 185 houses bigger. But what we do need to do is we do need to support our school. We need to support our vitality. We need to support the fact that we're flexible people, that we're aging people, that we're people with aging kids that want to move back home or we want to stay in Lions Bay. So we want to age in place or we want to have other people join us here. And so with that, we need to be curious together. Is that the end?
30 seconds.
30 seconds, thank you so much. We need to be curious together, and we'll work together in a manner that will look at multifamily, that will look at, as our OCP says, duplex or secondary suite for RS1 areas, where people feel that that might be a good idea. But what I have noticed is how in love people are with their neighborhoods, like truly in love. So it's been a wonderful process. Thank you.
Thank you, candidate Brody.